Hey guys. Okay, so this is to give you an update on how we are going to manage the Chapter 7 and 8 test. So I'm trying to prepare for contingencies if Schoology isn't working like a couple times these past couple weeks. So my plan is to post at the start of your class, 12:30 for Section 2, 2 o'clock for Section 3, the Chapter 7 and 8 test. You can either print it if you have access to that, or just on a blank piece of paper, make sure you label the problem number. You don't have to write out the question, but just the problem number. And, if it's 1A, 1, 2, or I'm sorry, I should say 1A, 1B, whatever it is, you can write that on a piece of paper. That's fine. So complete the test, the Chapter 7 and 8 test, and then it'll be due back by the end of that class period. So for the 12:30 class, it's due back by 1:45 to submit on Schoology. For the 2 o'clock class, it's due back at 3:15. You are able to use, before I go on to whatever you're able to use to provide for contingencies for Schoology not working, I will also plan to email it out to just, have all your emails ready to go, email it out to you at 12:30 if, for whatever reason you can't access it on Schoology. And then if for whatever reason you cannot submit it on Schoology, you can email it back to me before the time limit ends for your class. One of those two things has to happen. I have not had an experience where email hasn't been working, so you should be able to submit your test on time, whether through Schoology if that's working or email if it's not. So again, be looking for your test in one of those two places. I don't care where you get it from. Okay, so on your test, obviously I am not going to be able to keep you from using notes. There are too many different ways for you to cheat if I try to tell you that you can't use notes. So I'm not going to tell you that. I'm encouraging you to use your notes, and I've given you some pretty good notes to look at, I think, especially those formula sheets. I think these are going to be really handy to have next to you. They summarize the 4-step process for confidence intervals and for hypothesis tests at the bottom. So I think this is just a really great tool. You're also welcome to have those review sheets next to you, your homework, whatever it is that you think will be helpful to you on the test, that is fine. The only thing that I really, really, really don't want to see is you copying off of someone else, emailing back and forth. I know it's possible. I'm aware that that exists. A lot of times the way I catch cheaters is if you copy of someone who does it wrong and you don't really know if they're doing it right or not, especially if you're resorting to cheating. So I really, really, really want to emphasize, if you are worried about this test, if you're freaking out, talk to me about that ahead of time. Do not cheat. Don't get caught cheating. If I have another instance like I did on that homework where it's the same mistake being made in several different papers, I'm going to give you guys a 0 on the test for those of you that I think are doing it. And I really, really don't want to do that, especially since we're in this online format and things are crazy. I would really prefer that all of you do really well because you've studied the reviews and studied the formula sheets and you're prepared. But like I said, if you're not prepared, talk to me. We can figure something out. I can, do a one-on-one tutoring session, whatever it takes to help get you prepared for the test. Please, please, please don't resort to cheating. Okay, I think that's it about the test. If you have any questions about what that's going to look like, please let me know. I did warn you guys that, saying that you have to work when I told you about this test way ahead of time is really not an excuse. But if you're in a bind, please let me know. We can talk about it. Okay, so the last thing that I do want to say, just as like a quick add-on here, since I don't want to make another video for this, is that I do have a life. I know it's probably surprising that your teachers do something else other than work on their classes, but on the weekends, I try to distance myself from work. I work so much during the week that I really need a break from it. So if you email me at like 10 p.m. on Friday, probably not going to email you back until Monday. I get it that that's awesome that you're working over the weekend, but I have to take a step back from work too. I might email you back. I might get bored over the weekend and take the time to email you back, but I was busy, doing personal things this weekend, so I didn't have time. So for those of you who emailed me over the weekend, sorry it took a while to get back to you, but it's the weekend for me. Okay, that being said, hopefully I'll be a little bit quicker during the week during, normal school hours. in those responses. Again, be looking for your homework to be graded. That will be a really good indication of whether or not you're doing the problems up to the par of the test requirements. Okay, have a great day, guys.